Well, by the time that this gets posted, it will be morning. So, good morning, my lovelies. I'm going to do this video instead of a live because I need to address some rules and need to discuss some things. Rule number 1 is I am not giving out my location. Don't call me by my legal name. I am still in a process of a divorce, and I still don't want him knowing where we're at. 2, my kids' names are not to be mentioned. You can refer to Princess for the oldest, or my little wall gym for the youngest, or whichever. You can say my youngest or my oldest. I'll figure it out. Do not mention their names. Don't mention my real name. Everybody who matters knows my real name. I'm not giving out my location. I was doing lives before I left, and I would like to get into it again, but we are putting safety protocols in place. I want to help regarding education on the service dogs, and apparently I want to be helpful and a supportive system for those who are not able to love themselves or has somebody keeping them from being able to love themselves. With that being said, this morning video, I want you to look at yourselves and be proud of who you are. If you are in a relationship where you're being told that you're not good enough or that there's something wrong with you, the one that's stating those comments is the ones that have something wrong with you. No matter what religion you are in, your creator, in my case, God, your creator did not make a mistake on what you look like, how you became. Your creator knew exactly what they were doing. So for what we see as mistakes, someone who deserves you will see them as beauty. It took me years to realize this, and I'm still learning to love myself. And it's hard for me to think of somebody else looking at me at that standpoint. But for a person that's bringing you down, to makes you disregard yourself, that tells you that you're not good enough, that you can't do something, that person needs to go take a flying leap. Because someone else will pick up the slack. And honestly, maybe you're not meant to have somebody else. Maybe you're meant to love yourself. You need to learn to love yourself before somebody else will anyway. I personally could not have gotten out by myself. He had told me that, I could leave. But then when I went to leave, kept telling me that I can't leave. He kept using my kids against me. He kept telling me that I wasn't good enough to be a parent. I raised my kids before I got married, and he thought that he was going to brainwash me with my kids. Then he tried to brainwash my kids. Women need to see how important they are. We carried the human body inside of us. We gave birth to that human body. We are the miracle that gave life to that other miracle. We and God are the ones that bring that child into life. So for a man to sit there and downgrade the woman that gave birth to that child or the child on something that they don't agree is perfection is wrong. The one I was dealing with, he kept saying what he wanted, and when he got what he wanted, still saw negatives in what he got. Nothing was ever good enough to suit him. And when he got everything he wanted, that list was never ending. He added more and more to what he wanted. Women need to take control of their life. Yes, you got to deal with life when someone else is not responsible enough to. I know that God says the man should be in charge, but sometimes a man is not the best decision. And I know I'm going to hear flack about that, but when that God appropriate man comes forward, then that man is the one to be willing to share the blessings. No man should have full and complete control. Sharing of blessings, yes, when they deserve it. But no man should ever have control. A woman should be able to love herself as well as others. She shouldn't feel that she is lower than dirt. She shouldn't feel that she was a mistake by God. She shouldn't feel that she's unwanted. This is a reality check that if you're in a situation that you can't get out of, you need to get help. If you are in a situation in which it involves a narcissistic person, find your support system. They'll help you. I am currently happy where I'm at. Yeah, I can't tell you where I'm at. Yeah, I can't mention any names. If you know me, do not post my location on here. I will remove it, and I then will remove you. Do not post my location. The divorce is not finalized, and somebody's fighting that. Once my divorce is finalized, I will have other safety protocols put into place. Therefore, there will be no reasoning for me to stay in hiding. My daughter is of age. She is old enough to make her own decision. She does make her own decision. My child works on her own accord. My daughter has a brain that works for herself. Even though someone tried to make her self-esteem non-existent. I hope that women realize that narcissistic people, they only want people to see what they want people to see. They can be mean and evil to one person, but act like they're the world's best man to the rest of the world. In my case, he was feeding his older children by his first wife a whole different story that was not accurate. He fed them what they wanted them to see, and they believed it. I know what the truth is. God knows what the truth is. My girls know what the truth is. Am I dumb enough to make that mistake again? No. Never. I never honestly, heartfeltly wanted to get married. I was love bombed, and I was promised that things would be better and that he would work on things getting better. I was a fool. I believed him. I wanted to have hopes for him. I wanted him to improve himself. Things didn't improve. They got worse. When I finally did marry him, I tried to make my relationship, my marriage, work. I tried to get us into marriage counseling, in which he refused to go after the second session. I tried to get him some books so he can self-educate himself. At one point, he told me, when I started to realize that there was no changing, that if anybody needed to change, it was me. He actually tried to change me. I ended up developing a fear that I'm gradually starting to overcome. I am gradually starting to overcome some fears that was developed during a 10-year marriage. I was married to someone that was very paranoid. Didn't catch at the time that there was a reason why he was paranoid. But now I know. Yes, my video looks dark because at the time of this video is at night. I am not posting this video until the morning. I'm going to edit and put some notes in within the videos. If you are a female that is in a relationship that you're not happy with or that you fear with, you need to go get help. Your doctor can help you. Your therapist can help you. Law enforcement can help you. There are certain things that they can do, but they can help you. There are also groups that can help you. Mine was not so much the worst, but it was bad. I can't say exactly what all was going on, but it was not at its worst state, and I refuse to let it get to its worst state. So I'm going to name this video Reality Check on 2 standpoints. Women that's in a relationship, they need to get a grip on reality and get help. And 2, women need to love themselves before expecting someone else to love them. I had went through life as a big girl. Yeah, I'm not exactly small, but I'm between high school and now I've lost probably a whole 2 people. But my marriage kept telling me that I was fat. I was ugly. You need to know what you are. Stop listening to the other voice and love yourself so you can get out. So you can be happy. It's going to be hard for us to find happiness when we're stuck in a relationship like that, because we have that person telling us what to do for years on end. We have trouble realizing what reality is when stuck in a relationship like that. But God doesn't make mistakes. Our creators do not make mistakes. We were created to look a certain way. We are created to think a certain way. We are perfection in God's eyes. And eventually God will put in our path the one He's meant for us to be with. Women, we just got to grip reality and be able to do what is best for us. Go through the day saying, yes, we can. Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you can go outside. Yes, you're allowed to drive. Yes, we are allowed to vote. We earn those rights. We can do what we can do. We should not have to ask to go somewhere. We should not have to ask to talk to somebody. We should not have to ask if it's okay for us to use the phone. We should not have to ask if we're allowed to look something up, we should not have to ask for something that we're allowed to do. We should not have to ask to put makeup on. We are woman. We roar on our own accord. We need to take our lives back for those who don't have it. We need to move forward in the positive, not the negative. God loves us, and God expects us to live. If you're in a negative situation, there's no guaranteeing that you're going to make it to next week. No guaranteeing that the next hour is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, even in God's eyes, nothing is guaranteed. But you deserve to be happy in the time that you have. You are your own lifeline. The support system is great. Go find you one. If you need help, you can reach out. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to an anonymous support group. Reach out to somebody. I think that's all I got to say for tonight. I might add more tomorrow morning. But we are God's blessings. We are not a mistake. We are perfect the way we are because He meant for us to be the way we are. Find your place. Let yourself shine as the star that He is meant for you to be. Good afternoon, my lovelies. I will see you later.